the post office. I got an order last night. So at the time of this recording, the first book in the University Diary series released yesterday, which was Juneteenth. And I was doing my little post about it. And honestly, I didn't the decision to release this book on Juneteenth was a last minute decision, because I was initially going to release it on the 24th, which is my birthday. I was like, you know what, Juneteenth, let's let these people know about these kids at this HBCU. And so I got a few orders like as soon as I posted that. One, the order included the summer semester book, part of the Westyn University Diaries book 1. So I'm going to go into this post office and drop those off. I'm always shocked when I get a order, and not shocked like, oh, somebody's buying my book. No, like I know I write good books, but just like the excitement that washes over me when it's like, oh, you get to pack this order. That being said, I am immensely behind with inventory. So I have enough inventory for to get the books out there, but I've tried to make it a habit to order at least like 3 to 5 copies like every time I get paid, like of every book, or for 1 week it might be 1 book, next week next book, etc., etc. And so I'm behind, and because I recently moved, it's still priority, but it's been kind of lower rung. And now that I'm not 100% settled, but more settled than before, I'm probably not gonna be settled until the summer is over, to be honest. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, and so this is a lot of changing, a lot of new chapter, one door closed, another door opening type deal. And I'm just happy to be able to create and put out these works. The other thing is, summer semester is in KU. I was toying with the idea of putting it in KU versus on my website, and it just felt right to just put it on KU. Now I don't know if the whole series will be on KU, or if I'll use it as like a gateway drug, like, hey, you like this, the next one, go to my site. But I may put them all, at least these first 3 books, on there, because it just, to me, it just felt like it made the most sense for this time. It only has to be on there for 90 days. So that'll be like October, November-ish. But then the second book comes out in September in KU, but I think I'll release it a bit early on my site for people who are interested. So let me get in here and send off this book. Right, so there, when I came in, there was a family that came in right before me, and they had this like wagon full of boxes. I don't know what it was. And I know that there are options to like have USPS pick up packages, or just drop off a bunch of them and have them go and do whatever. But to be quite honest, to be vulnerable for a minute, that shit makes me so nervous, because I'm like, it's honestly, it's the learning curve. That's what it is. It's not, all right, let's turn it down. It's not like, oh, I can never do it. It's that, man, I have to learn how to do this thing. And so that's all it is, just nerves. And so the young lady who checked me out gave me some information that I could use to sign up. So I'll be definitely looking into that. So now that I fulfilled that order, which I don't know what, also, let's take a moment to not be fucking silly. I have been getting orders and then going on to my laptop to the actual website and like, you know, jotting down the addresses and doing all this work, whatever. I have the app for my phone, and I don't know, y'all. This has been a weird few months for me. So I'm like, I'm an adult, but then sometimes I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're acting like a kid who's just learning how to do stuff. And so I'm like, all this time I've been going the long way when I could just use my phone, whatever. So I'm going to mark this order as fulfilled, throw this into the app. I have a few more things to do. The most pressing thing for me today is I am done editing the book 2 in the Westyn University Diaries series that is going to come out in September. But I need to complete the back matter, and then I need to complete the back matter, get the final page count, create the full cover, and then order like a few test copies. And I'm so glad this is done ahead of time. Like, for those of you who've been around for a while, I've always wanted to do a rapid release, and I kind of did that with No Lover to Offend. However, with that series, I was still editing until like the 9th hour, and I'm like, that's not a rapid release for me. Like, it released rapidly, but I want a rapid release where I don't have to be working on the next book. I can just do some like videos or something. And so because I am done editing the second book, take a few steps back. I had this first book, Summer Semester, already done like a while ago, but I said, you know what, I'm not going to release that until I finish Fall Semester, the second book in the series. And I finally finished that, like, I don't know, maybe a week or two ago, like as far as edits. And so now that that's done and there are links up for it, so that once you finish Fall Semester, you can be linked directly to Summer Semester, you can be linked directly to Fall Semester. Now that that's done, I feel better. So the third book is already done. I just have to go through and do those edits for continuity and everything, but the like front and back matter is what's not done. But that book may not release until either November, October-ish, in October, early mid-November, or January, because I'm trying to follow the actual collegiate schedule with the release. And so I figured June, July-ish would be like, okay, you're ending the summer, going into fall, give people time to read it, give thoughts and whatever. And then I figured September is a good time for the fall release, because it's like, it's not October when everybody's just right back, gives you some time to breathe, get into the semester, and then release it, you know, around homecoming time or whatnot. And then the same with the next book. So that's where we are. So that's what I'm going to do. So if this is the end, thanks for joining me on this journey. If not, stay tuned after the jump. But regardless, check out raincoleman.com for physical copies of these books, and KU for summer semester if you are interested in reading that. And if you made it this far, give me the graduation cap emoji. All right.
It's in me, dark too known, wanna live like king, but I feel dethroned. Survival tactics when it's shaky. Lift myself by bootstraps daily. Got that tax and made it hate me. Land of free, so why we slaving? PTSD coming phases. Wasn't banging, truces hanging. General, I walk my cadence. My draft day, no registration. It's a wild side.